This week, we make our way towards the Mediterranean coast and break up our journey with several stops along the way. Zaragoza is a historical settlement founded back in the 5th century BC. Its rich history is reflected in its buildings and is the main reason we wanted to visit. Both Christians and Muslims have ruled over the city and have both left their distinct mark on Zaragoza's architecture. This cultural fusion of East and West architectural style has been named Mujadir, a design which is native and unique to the history of Spain.
On our way to Roda de Isábena, we stopped at Alcázar, which is considered to be one of the most beautiful towns in Aragon. Pressed for time, we couldn't stay long, but the views are breathtaking and it's definitely a town we'll be returning to. The surrounding area is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with caves containing prehistoric paintings. The beautiful hilltop town of Roda de Isábena is still considered to be one of Spain's hidden gems. It is also the smallest town with a cathedral in all of Spain. It didn't take long for us to see why the town is regarded so highly. Walking through the narrow, cobbled streets, it almost felt like we're back in the Dordogne. It's surrounded by sprawling countryside and the views are truly spectacular.
Good morning.
Morning.
Vilassar de Mar is a beautiful seaside town not far from Barcelona. We decided to park up on the beach and spend a relaxing few days sunbathing and watching people kite foiling out on the waves. Sad to have to move on, but today we are going to Barcelona. As stunning as Barcelona is, we don't recommend driving there in your van due to the high risk of break-ins. Instead, we opted to take the 30-minute train from Vilassar de Mar, which takes you straight to Plaza Catalunya. We made a beeline straight for Park Gaudi, and after a hot and sweaty trek up the hill, we purchased our tickets using the QR code system at the gate. It's worth knowing that staff do not pay attention to the allocated time slots, so don't worry if it appears you can't visit until later on. We didn't know this initially and thought we might not be able to visit as the only availability was for 5 p.m. onwards. However, staff told us to buy a ticket anyway and they let us straight in. We headed straight to the Hill of Three Crosses at the summit of the park to take in the amazing views of Barcelona. It was a little cloudy during our visit, but it was still incredible to see the city from this vantage point. Park Gaudi is truly unique, and we'd recommend it to anyone visiting Barcelona. However, as you can see, it can get really busy, so we'd advise coming early in the morning or just before closing to try and miss the crowds. As you walk down the famous Ramblas, you should pay a visit to the Mercat de la Boqueria. It was founded in the 13th century and is now known as Spain's largest market. It's open from 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m, but if you want to avoid the crowds, shop as the locals do and visit first thing in the morning.
Training whilst travelling has been difficult, but I managed to get a session in whilst in Barcelona. Judo-Condal were incredibly welcoming, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself despite the heat.
Join us next week as we begin our journey towards Valencia. Along the way, we explore more of Spain's hidden historical gems, including the ancient walled town of Morella and the breathtaking hilltop town of Albarracin.